I'm ready.
All right. Let's get some of these bikes out of the pits, get them on the gates. Here we go, man. This is going to be our biggest A-class turnout tonight at round 4 of Backyard MX, the Unadilla Raceway. Got a lot of factory goon representation here on the line. One shot out here on an island by himself with Larson. Looks like Larson might be our only iLab representation. I don't know if Lewis showed up tonight. Once again, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for being a part of this and helping us grow the series. Give one last shout out here. Let's get it. The gate is down. Impus with the whole shot, followed very closely by Mojo and Hunter. Impus is known for checking out as quickly as he possibly can, so these guys are going to have to do everything they can to prevent that. Hunter with a second place so far. Mojo comes out of the whole shot in third. Impus goes down. Impus is down on the hill. That's going to be tough for him to come back from. Hunter then takes the lead, putting Mojo in second, Pesos in third, Murph is in fourth. We've got a lot of factory goon representation right up front here. Let's see what's going on in the back. Paulo and Snowboard get together. They crash off the double. Kvonga and One Shot get together. One Shot goes down. Impus is trying as hard as he can to battle through the pack. Zero makes it out of that cleanly, and I have no idea how. McManus battled with Impus last week for almost the entire race, or the entire race at Washington, so he's going to have some grinding to do to get back up front. And Kyler must have had a really bad start because he is in the back. Boys, this is going to be a good race. Let's see what's going on up front here. Mojo has taken the lead. Hunter must have gone down, or Mojo just passed him, but here we go, boys. Our boy Mojo. If you're not following Mojo on Twitch, please do so. Twitch TV/Mojo_. He has really helped me build the Factory Goon team, and he is helping us with the Backyard MX, commentating the B class every week. Pesos is in second, it looks like. Kvonga. Pesos might be in third, actually. No, somewhere Hunter went down again. Mojo's in the lead. Pesos in second. Kvonga in third. Impus has already grinded back, and Hunter is putting on a show right here, battling for Impus. Red plate or not, get out of my way, sir. I have a title to hold, or a title to take, rather. Impus takes the inside line, coming up the hill. Neither of them get the speed wobbles. That's what we want to see in the A-class. People who have spent a lot of time grinding in this game, perfecting their riding style, and Impus goes down. Impus goes down. I'm the spectator curse, boys. Shout out to Zero Wolf here. He hasn't ridden much all week, but Zero is a very solid, consistent rider. I think talking to Zero, his biggest hurdles and challenges that he faces in the game are pretty much consistent with what everybody goes through, and that is trying to not get downed by other riders. He was lucky enough to leave out of the beginning of the race pretty much unscathed, and it looks like it's paying off for him because he is in, I think, 5th place. The battle for the lead is starting to shape up here, though. Mojo and Pesos are neck and neck. Let's see how this goes. Both of them kind of getting a little bit stylish over the tabletop. Mojo goes for the inside. Pesos does too. Keeps it respectful. Doesn't take him out. Pesos is adding. He's really trying to push it. You can tell he's really pushing it. He is throwing the bike everywhere, steezing it as much as he can. Tries to go inside of Mojo. Fails. Locked up or connected their front and back tires and ends up going down. That gives 3rd place to Impus, who just got into it with Kvonga, and Kvonga goes down. Pesos goes down again. 1st place is Mojo, 2nd place is Impus, and Hunter brings it back through the pack, manages to get through that unscathed, and puts himself back into a 3rd place position. Okay, Okay, so Pesos is in 4th, Kvonga is in 5th, McManus here is in 6th, doing everything he can early to grind and get back into the front of the pack where he knows he belongs. Zero Wolf maintains a lot of speed coming up that hill and capitalizes on Pesos' mistake. Larson here is now trying to get past Pesos, and they both go down. They both connect. Larson hits the pylon, sends Pesos launching down the hill. Maybe gave him a little bit of an advantage. And Zero Wolf is coming back up the hill, avoids the speed wobbles, and maintains position. So it looks like we still have Mojo in 1st, Impus in 2nd, Hunter is still in 3rd. McManus has now moved from 6th to 4th in a very short amount of time, and he is pushing hard to catch up to Hunter. I want to stay with this battle for a bit because I know McManus's capability, and he is going to do everything he can to get by Hunter as quickly as possible because this is the man he wants right here. McManus wants to do everything he can to catch up to Impus and show him who is really the factory goon, factory rider. And if you're not following McManus on Twitch, he streams under the name Lil Fast Ducky. Shout out to Lil Fast Ducky here, representing on the back of his jersey, actually. And he has done it. He's passed Hunter for 3rd place. And the gap is not very far. I mean, it's not unovercomable, maybe? That's probably not a word. Mojo's in 1st here still. Impus is quickly catching up to him in 2nd, but and I feel like this gap has not gotten any smaller in probably the last half lap or so. So Mojo might have found another gear here and is really trying to put it on Impus. They both hit the sky shot together. Let's see how this goes. Mojo opts to take the outside. Impus cuts on the left side. Impus, you filthy, dirty man. Now they're both coming up the hill. Impus takes the lead on Mojo. And now Impus moves up into 1st place. All right, it's okay. It's not over. Let's see if let's maintain composure going up this hill here. Mojo is hot on Impus right now. Hunter and McManus are still in a battle for 3rd. They are, guys. We are fully. This is a slinky situation here, as I like to call it. The slinky had opened up at the beginning of the race, and it is starting to close back quickly. Hunter is putting the pressure on McManus, who is speeding up and catching up to Mojo, who is trying to put the pressure on Impus, and we're about to have a 4-way battle for the lead if we don't see some faster riding out of these guys. Impus might check out. Impus is known to check out. So right now we're going to look at McManus as he tries to put the pass down on Mojo. Man, these guys are riding so well. This is really entertaining stuff. I'm glad I chose to sit out A-Class to do this. Impus still not that far ahead. McManus can see him. He knows that if he can just get by Mojo, and he's done it. Can he stick it? McManus moves into 2nd place. Mojo is in 3rd now. Mojo is riding very well, but McManus is a man on a mission. He has one goal in mind, and it is the Italian stallion, Impus. And he is locked in, boys. His targeting systems are on. Heat-seeking missiles are coming out of the back of the exhaust, and the factory goon rider is ready for 1st place. Let's see what's going on between Mojo and Hunter back here. Hunter is really trying to get past Mojo as well. I think he wants to show up McManus here. He doesn't want to let that pass be the end of him. I had a talk with Mojo earlier this week, and we discussed whether or not he was going to come to the race. He wasn't feeling too well. He'd been putting in a lot of practice, and it was kind of wearing down on his body, but he said that he wasn't going to give up. He was going to stick it out in the A-Class. This is where he belonged. Hunter makes the pass into 3rd, just past Mojo here, and right behind Mojo is Larson. This is a 3-way battle for 3rd. Larson representing iLab.com. I don't know where Larson came from. He got a pretty bad start, I think, and he must have been grinding for the last 2 laps. Oh, and he goes down. He hits the bridge. I think he came off that hill and bounced up and hit the bridge. That gives Mojo a little breathing room, and that's exactly what he needs to feel comfortable in his battle for Hunter. He doesn't have to worry about anything that's going on behind him. He can just worry about what's happening in front. And these two guys are making sure that McManus does not get too far ahead. Not too far ahead at all. The gap between McManus and Impus is starting to grow. They can still see each other on the track. Impus is still one mistake away from getting caught by McManus. But Impus is a really consistent rider. It's the one thing he's been working on lately is maintaining consistency. So we'll see how that turns out for him here at Unadilla. Hunter is starting to put a gap here on Mojo for fourth. Larson has not yet been able to bring back the time that he lost in that crash. Oh, and something must have happened to McManus. McManus went down. Hunter is now in second. McManus is in third in a battle with Mojo. And I think Larson might have gone down again. We're just going to keep our eyes on the front here, guys. We're going to keep everything we have going towards this battle here. Impus is still in first place. He's really got himself a good lead. Hunter and McManus are battling up the hill here. Mojo is still behind McManus. He's not fallen back too far. Any mistake could put him right back in the battle here. Man, that corner can be tricky. Trying to take it as fast as you possibly can to not let up any time, but those braking bumps can really buck you. We saw it with Larson last lap. All right, McManus is starting to close the gap here, sending it with the scrub over the finish line. Can he take the inside away from Hunter right now? He does. He gets in the inside berm, absolutely rails it, steezing over the double, trying to scrub as much air off of that as he can to get back on the ground and back on the gas. All right, McManus has taken second place back from Hunter, but Hunter's not about to let it go easy, and he goes down. Hunter goes down. It looked like he hit the pylon, but I'm not sure. He could have just got the wobbles and went back over front there. That has let Mojo catch up, and Hunter goes down again in the berm. We all know the feeling. You go down, you try to do everything you can to get that speed back up. Sometimes maybe you're not taking your exact line because you're thrown off your game, and Mojo has capitalized. Mojo is back in third. That puts Larson and Hunter in a battle for fourth. Larson had some bad luck off the start, but it really looks like he's capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of the riders in front of him. Oh, Larson scrubbed it so hard he pulled a Zach Bell, threw himself off the bike. And Mojo goes down. There is so much happening in the top 5 of the A-Class, I can barely keep up. Hunter is in third place now. Mojo's in fourth. Larson's in fifth. Let's go check where McManus is compared to Impus. Impus is still in the lead. We'll see what the lead is when timing and scoring comes back around, but last lap he had about an 8-second lead. There is your leader right there, the Italian stallion Impus, and in second place is McManus doing everything he can to try to catch up. Third place we have Hunter. Fourth place is Mojo, and Larson has caught back up to Mojo and is doing everything he can to take this position from him. If I know these iLab guys, if I know Larson, if I know Lewis, they want to be up front battling for the lead. They don't want to settle for anything less. He's going to do everything he can to get around Mojo here and try to get into a battle with Hunter and take the third place position for the podium at the very least. A lot better racing coming through the bridge there this time. Larson on Mojo, really hard on Mojo here. Both of them kind of playing it safe, coming over the finish line, just launching it as much as they can. Mojo gets pushed to the outside. Larson takes the inside. Now he sits in fourth place. That pushes Mojo back to fifth. Larson he's got sights on Hunter, and he is not letting up. Let's see, McManus. Impus is so far out, he's off screen. Okay, we're going to keep eyes here on Larson and Hunter for now. Guys, this race has flown by. We're far more than halfway through. We've got 6.5 minutes left in the race. And I just feel like, man, we haven't even everything has been so intense up in front. We haven't even checking out the rest of the pack here. Let's do one lap and take a look at what else is going on. Zero Wolf goes down. I think he was probably in 6th. Phil capitalizes on his mistake and takes the position from him. We've got a battle here between Murph and Snowboard. Snowboard is actually a B-class rider who jump-started and was not able to compete in the B class, so he joined the A class to get some action in tonight. And my goodness, Snowboard is in... Timing and scoring says 11th, but he's battling with Murph, who's in 9th. So I think Pesos must have went down. We'll keep eyes on this for a minute. Murph here has been hanging out with the Factory Goon squad, representing the Factory Goon with the new Honda and the new Fox gear. Snowboard is one of the newest additions to the Factory Goon riding community. If you're not a part of the Factory Goon riding community, you can do so at any moment by joining the Factory Goon Discord. Pesos here is trying to catch up to Snowboard and get back the position that it seems like he lost. We're going to open this up real quick, and I like to try to keep the screen clean for these battles, but I want to make sure I'm not losing sight of what's happening between Larson, Mojo, and Hunter. Pesos and Snowboard going at it. Snowboard maintains his line through that corner. Pesos gets a little bit of a better run up the hill. And can he do it? Riding respectfully. Oh! Pesos goes down. Snowboard goes down, coming way too hot into the corner. Couldn't stop it and goes over the bars. Pesos was fortunate enough to crash in a position that gave him a good run up the hill. Snowboard really avoided the speed wobbles and maintained his line up the hill. So he's still in it. He lost his position, but he's not out of the battle. One Shot here is trying to catch up to Paulo. For everybody who doesn't know or follow One Shot, give him a shout out, give him a follow. It's at twitch.tv/oneshot929. He actually makes all of the bikes and the gear for the Factory Goon team. He is our lead designer in the Factory Goon business. Okay. Snowboard and Pesos are still close at it. An overview here. Let's try to find out where our leaders are. Here is Impus in first place and McManus in second. Okay, the gap has started to close between Impus and McManus. McManus was actually late to joining the Backyard MX series. He missed out on round 1. So Impus's points lead currently is not unmanageable, but if Impus were to somehow get second place here in this race, he should still maintain the red plate. McManus joined round 2 of the Backyard MX series and put on quite a show at Thursday Night Motocross. But he is in second place currently and trying as hard as he can to catch up to first. Mojo is doing everything he can here to not lose any time to McManus. We'll come back and check on them in a minute. I don't know if Impus went down or not, but McManus, there was an 8-second gap separating them, and now it's only 3 seconds. Hunter looks like he's still in 4th. Looks like Larson is in 3rd. What happened to Mojo? Let's go back and find Mojo here. Mojo looks like he is in 5th behind Hunter, so they might be lapping, who is this, McBarber? They might be McBurber. They might be lapping McBurber. Let's make sure we don't lose track of what's happening between Impus and McManus here. Anything can happen even within a lap. I don't want to rely on the timing and scoring when they cross the finish line. Let's find Paulo in One Shot. They are close together here. Mojo, K-Bonga, Phil, Zero, that's right. Here we go. Murph, Paulo, One Shot, and Snowboard. 4-way battle here for what looks like 9th place. Murph, you better get another gear, brother, because they are coming after you. Paulo makes the pass on Murph. Murph stuffs him in the inside. It doesn't pay off for both of them. Paulo's going to be pissed about that one. You can guarantee it. One shot capitalizes on the mistake, takes the position from all four of them, or three of them. The one shot had a malfunction last week on Washington, and his bike blew up, was not able to finish the race, lost a significant amount of points considering he was once the red plate holder, throws it backwards over the sky shot tabletop, and he is trying to get away from this battle as quickly as he can. Paulo has somehow, it looks like he did not recover very well from that crash and incident with Murph. Snowboard makes the pass for Murph up the hill and is going after one shot now. One shot, better keep it on the track, brother. He goes off track, gives the position to Snowboard. Snowboard maintains speed up the hill. Three-way battle now. Paulo goes down. Oh my God, okay. Snowboard, I believe, has taken the ninth place position. Man, the battle between Impus and McManus is still very close. These guys are not letting up. This is exactly what we look for in the A-class races. We want to see battles for 20 minutes non-stop. Snowboard quickly proving that he can compete in the A-class. One shot, throwing it sideways, scrubbing the air off of that jump. Here we go. Murph doing everything he can to catch up to one shot. Paulo's still not too far behind. He doesn't want to give up on this battle yet, but Snowboard is doing everything he can to try to get away from one shot and gap him. It's just not happening. One shot is there. He's not going anywhere. 40 seconds left. Oh, I'm sorry. The race has technically, the 20 minutes is up. We're waiting on the white flag to come out from Impus. And the gap just keeps getting smaller. Keeps getting smaller. Impus and McManus. We're going to stick here for this battle, I think, for the rest of the race. We're going to see if McManus can do it. Can he catch Impus with only a 2-second gap, pretty much 3-second gap? Man, this track starts to get rough late race here. It's much easier to make mistakes when that happens. Impus has really got to keep it cool and consistent for the next 2 laps. They're really not far behind on the battle here for ninth. I guess Snowboard must have went down because the position has been given to One Shot. One Shot was following Snowboard. Looks like he's made the move on him and passed him. Murph is coming up close. Paulo and Snowboard. So Snowboard drew some short straws here, unfortunately. He was leading this pack for about a lap and somehow lost it. Lost the positioning. Back to our leader here. Man, Impus and McManus might lap these guys if they're not quick. I mean, that's still a pretty big gap. Something happened. All right, here we go. This might be white flag. The white flag is out. Snowboard coming across the finish line. Here we go. The white flag is out for Impus. McManus just launching it downhill, not leaving anything left on the table. Doing everything he can to try to catch Impus for the first place. Snowboard moves out of the way for the leader. McManus is coming through as well. Man, that could be... Let's hope this isn't the demise. Lappers can sometimes be the demise of a battle for the lead, but there's still a lot of room here left on the track. Unadilla is a pretty relatively wide track. There's not a lot that prevents you from going off track and making a pass if necessary in terms of on the grass. So I don't necessarily see lappers being a problem to pass, but if something were to happen and they were to get into something like this where Murph and Paulo are not trying to slow down, they're not trying to let Impus or McManus go by easily because these guys are in a battle of their own. Murph is doing everything he can to hold off Paulo, and it doesn't care how many blue flags you wave in his face. He's not going to let off the gas. McManus is closing in, guys. This is the last lap here. We have a battle for probably ninth place between Paulo and Murph, and an even closer battle between Impus and McManus for the lead. We've got maybe 4 or 5 corners left in Unadilla. Murph goes down. McManus avoids the chaos. He is doing everything he can, everything, to catch up to Impus. Oh my God, this is so intense. Impus. Oh, okay. Paulo goes down. Impus, you got. They've got 2 corners left. I don't know if McManus can do it. He's got to. At this point, he's got to have a miracle. 1 corner left for Impus. Man, this is an insanely close battle between these 2 guys. And Impus takes the checkers. McManus gets second place, throwing it down over the finish line. Such a good race between those 2 guys. In third place, looks like it's probably going to go to Larson. Where is Larson on the track? Here is Larson wrapping around the start straight. Coming up under the bridge here. He's pretty much by himself. There is Hunter in 4th. So it looks like our top 3 tonight for the A-Class are going to be Impus, McManus, and Larson, with Hunter in 4th place. And where is our 5th place rider? It's either going to be Kvonga or Mojo. There is Kvonga, and there is Mojo. So it looks like Kvonga is probably going to finish out in 5th. Jansen, I probably won't get it on YouTube today, but as soon as I stop streaming, you can go back and find it in my VOD. All right. I saw what you did. I saw what you did. Good race. Good race, everybody. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of people who took this line. Eyes were undoubtedly on Impus more than anybody because he's the leader of the race. But if anybody goes back and watches these VODs, a lot of people took this line. It's going to be hard to enforce anything, but let's see here. Has everybody come across the track? Let's take a look at our official results. Impus in 1st, McManus in 2nd, Larson with iLab.com in 3rd, Hunter in 4th, Kvonga, Mojo, Phil, Zero, One Shot, Murph, Paulo, Snowboard, Beak, Big Berber, Pesos, and Kyler Hockey. I think Kyler Hockey might have DNF'd. Something might have happened to him. Jackson is a B-class rider who most likely joined to spectate. So there it is. That is our A-class results for the night. And we will do one more quick commercial break before we round out the stream.